Hey, just checking in. Hope you're doing really well. What the mind does is it makes all these things really important. I knew for a long time that I felt called to teach this and to talk about personal development and spiritual development and things like that and just what is. But the mind then makes it into a sort of super important thing. It makes it into something which is essential, a sort of must do, or it just really loves to hold on to concepts, right? And when we see through that, we see that mechanism of trying to make things important the whole time. And that's creating a lot of suffering. Because when we admit something is important, it automatically wants to build some sort of structure or create something and somebody to do it as well. There's a person being created, a self, that has an important task and that has something that they really need to do. It's kind of like the bird saying, well, I still need to fly today. That's really important. Or I still need to get food. Or I still need to bring this branch to my nest. That's just not how it works. When we're in line with nature, we have this huge brain, which we can be aware and we can be reflective and we can learn all these things, which is amazing, of course. But what we do a lot of the times is actually hurt ourselves with our amazing brain. And we do that by sort of these patterns or these ideas that we have, we actually use them against us with a sort of idea that we wouldn't naturally be inclined to do it. But life has a natural flow. It doesn't make sense to, let's say, start writing a book if your wife is really sick and you're trying to take care of her. It doesn't really make sense to, for example, think that you're going to do a lot of exercise when actually your relationship needs a lot of work because it's not going well at that point. Sometimes things just do not fit. And that's totally okay because life has a natural ebb and flow. I come back to this in video after video after video because it's so important. It's so important to understand this concept of there is a natural ebb and flow. And you have a place in that. You have a role in that. And throughout the years, months, days, centuries even, we play our part. And not all parts are as nice to play maybe. And all parts are not nice to play if we resist them. There's this beautiful scene in the biggest or most important, I should say, Indian text. It's like the Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is trying to talk Arjuna into playing his part. And he needs to go to war actually against his family members. Because his family members are in a different kingdom and they're attacking each other. And actually a war broke out. And he is the best archer there is. And he's on this chariot actually, where they shoot the arrows from. And he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to kill his family members. He doesn't want to go to war. But Krishna is actually talking to him and saying, this is your destiny. This is your role right now. This is what needs to be done. There's no avoiding this. It's sort of kill or be killed. It's just what's going to happen right now. And you have a part to play, so play your part. And he's talking about all this wisdom about basically taking the action, the natural action, but not looking for the fruits or the rewards of that action. We can also just be and just play our part without looking at the rewards, the fruits, or the results of what we're doing. Not meaning that in a sort of dangerous way, but I'm meaning that in a way where you really internally feel that what you want to do. And of course, when we talk about, because a lot of the times when I talk to people about this, they come up with like, what with criminals and things like that? Well, actually the criminal himself wants to be loved. He wants to contribute. He wants to do good in a way. But it through conditioning and through karma or whatever, he is just playing his part. And that is a way to sometimes heal, to see this is not working for us, for society, for my life, etc. And You could say life or God is playing all these parts, playing all these roles to discover itself again and again and again in every moment. We do not have to feel guilty when we play our part. Of course, there are some things that might not be good, right? But we don't have to judge ourselves. We can just look at whatever wants to happen as sort of the natural course of action. The alcoholic doesn't want to drink, right? Maybe he does. But maybe drinking just happens until one day it's done. And one of the 12 steps is actually connecting with your higher power in the Anonymous Alcoholics program. And that there needs to be a sort of surrender in a way as well. That you understand that you surrender to this higher power. And that higher power is you, I would say, as well. It's like the big self. When we surrender to that, that means that we go along with life. We actually go along with this ebb and flow. And when somebody goes along with this ebb and flow, when the resistance slowly starts to die out, you could say, and for example enlightenment happens, it's not per se that this person is now sort of the best person on the world, or it's like perfect in a way as a sort of that the role is perfect, that the person is perfect, right? Moralistically or in some sort of idealistic scenario, like the best employee, the best business owner, the richest person, or the most six-packed person. No, that's not it. It's about this person can play their part in life, as life, without any resistance. Maybe you've heard me quote Anthony de Mello, and he said, enlightenment is cooperation with the inevitable. And that's what Krishna was trying to tell Arjuna. Your role is not to sit in this chariot and hide yourself. Your role is to go out there, kill or be killed. This is my interpretation, by the way. It's not the literal words, but it's worth a read if you're interested. Much love to you. And whatever part you're playing, know that you're a necessary part in this whole. You are God. You are, per definition, you are good enough. You are definitely good enough already. You are definitely perfect already. We don't need to doubt ourselves. We don't need to question ourselves. Let me know if you want to chat or you're interested in coaching. I'd love to hear from you. You can schedule a free coaching call below and we'll meet and get to know each other. Bye.